Hello and welcome to Meet Our Makers, an artist interview podcast produced in association with Beats Per Minute. I'm your host, Jeremy J. Fissette. On this episode, we get to meet Mary Lattimore. Mary is best known as a composer and harpist, known for her experimental take on the classical instrument. Using electronics like delays, echo, sampling, Mary really likes to toy with what the harp is capable of. In this talk, Mary and I talk about how she came to the harp, her love of the harp, and why she tries to transcend that classical boundary and do new things with it. We also talk about her hopes for the future of the instrument and how she really wishes more people would start playing it. We also talk about her new album, Silver Ladders, coming out soon on Ghostly, and what it's like to be releasing an album in the midst of a pandemic when you can't even tour it. We also talk a bit about what her life has been like these days and what we're hoping for the future. It was a great talk, and I really hope you enjoy it. So thank you for listening. This is me meeting Mary Lattimore. Hi, good. How are you? Hi, it's nice to hear a voice.
Good. Awesome.
How have you been doing?
I've been okay. Getting through it, comes in waves.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Highs and lows, but right now I'm feeling pretty good. I just got a kitten the other day, so she's taking up a lot of my time and like just being rambunctious and stuff. So it's cool to hang out with her.
What's her name?
Jenny.
Oh, that's such a cute cat name.
Yeah, she's really cute.
I feel like a lot of people got animals during this time.
I know. I tried to go to a couple other adoption places and it was awful. Like the city shelter they're like, there's wait lists on kittens for like 4 people, 4 people
Oh, wow.
list for each one of them. So, yeah, luckily she just came at the right time and she's very cute. It's a really good distraction.
I know, I'm sure. I mean, we have a dog too, and it's we didn't get her during the pandemic, but I can only imagine not having an animal right now.
Yeah.
It's so nice to have them.
I know, and they have no idea what's going on.
I know. I forget who I was talking to, but for the show, but someone once was like, the animals are the real like winners right now.
Totally, in nature, it's coming back.
I know. They're spending so much time with us.
Yeah, totally. Well, where are you based again?
I'm in Connecticut.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So you're in LA now?
Yep.
Yeah, so opposite side.
Yeah.
But you am I right that you started sort of coming up in the Philly scene?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I lived in Philly for 13 years.
Mm.
So that's where I starting in 2005. So that's where I first started to play music with other people that wasn't classical music.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so Philly.
Yeah. You are obviously you are known, I should say, for anyone who doesn't know, you are known as a harpist. You've played with many people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I knew that going into this, but just out of curiosity, I looked at your page on Discogs, which has like every feature and writing credit or whatever that you've ever had, seemingly.
Yeah.
There's like 60.
Yeah.
There's so many. I know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the older you get, the more experiences you have, and so
it was kind of like I kept having moments where I was like, oh, she's on that and she's on that. Like I remember when I first was getting into Colin Stetson, who of course is also someone who sort of prioritizes a solo instrument and then like pushing it to certain limits. I read up on him and realized he played on like Tom Waits's Alice and things like that, like things that I would have never known because they predated when he kind of came to prominence.
Right.
So going through your resume, so to speak, was kind of a similar thing, like, oh, she's on that album and that album.
Yeah, cool to like it's my passion and my love, but it's also my job. So it's like, I don't know, it's cool to be able to do it as a job, playing session work. Because
yeah, I mean, it's pretty rare that people get to really do that.
Yeah. get to be creative and make money from it and put something out there into the world. So it's awesome.
How did you come to the harp as an instrument?
My mom is a harpist,
Hmm.
and so yeah, I just grew up with a harp in the house, and then she had a lot of harpist friends. So it was kind of expected of me to play. When I was
Oh, okay.
11, I started playing, and it was kind of a pain at first. I just didn't want to practice and stuff, but then I figured out that I was okay at it, and it became more fun.
Did you get like classical training?
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, I went to music school and stuff, like conservatory,
Hmm.
and, yeah, it took many, many lessons, practiced many, many hours. Yeah.
Did you have any like harp inspiration growing up? Because it's not an instrument that everyone necessarily knows, like a harpist.
Mhm. Um, I mean, my mom was a big inspiration. She played with the Asheville Symphony in North Carolina. Um, for decades, she was the principal harpist in the symphony, so I would go see her play a lot, and just I saw how, she could make music her career, so that was kind of my inspiration. It was like, well, a lot of people say that, "Oh, it's impractical to be a musician," like, maybe you should do that as a side thing when you have your real job, but I saw that my mom was doing it, um, and sometimes it was hard because sometimes she would have to play people's weddings or, like, with orchestras all around North Carolina and South Carolina, and she would be gone a lot when we were kids, but at the same time, you kind of knew that she was doing her thing, and that's a real inspiration when um, you see someone like really hustling and loving what they do. So
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, because I mean, I can probably only name, I'm trying to think now, like three harp players besides
Mhm.
yourself.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like the older one would be like Alice Coltrane.
Hmm.
But then there's Zena Parkins
Yep.
and then Joanna Newsom, of course.
Yeah.
So it is just sort of one of those instruments that it is like a unique role. So in a sense, I would think if I was going into it, maybe I'd be a little nervous about finding work in it
Mhm.
with the harp. But also, since it is sort of a, not everyone plays it kind of instrument. I mean, maybe that. Do you think that's sort of a benefit?
Yeah, I definitely do.
Yeah.
Although I would love it if more people played it. I mean, I want to definitely spread the love of it around, and also like the more people play it, then the more uh you can hear individual voices. Like, I feel like what we need now is like the harp to become a little bit more normal, where it's like, oh, a more approachable kind of,
Hmm.
um where more people kind of have the urge to uh like put forth their original sound and their original voice and like experiment with it a little bit. So I definitely want to encourage anybody that's been curious about it to try to find a way to mess around with it, and it's not as hard as maybe it looks. But yeah, like, I guess you do see a lot of harpists in weddings and events and even
Yeah.
funerals, and like, I don't know, there's definitely a place for it, and um where you can have it as your job.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. I've always wanted to have a harp around. They're
oh
just
yeah.
so expensive.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're so expensive, but they do have smaller ones that are more like, um, not just for children, but for beginners, kind of where you can get a feel for the strings without having to
Hmm.
invest in like a giant pedal harp.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like pretty. I don't know. It's a shame that it costs so much, um, to even have one to start out on.
I know. I remember when I was first getting into Joanna Newsom, and I read like about what kind of harp she has. So I looked it up, and it's like $20,000.
Oh, I know.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's stupid. I
But they're so pretty, and they're pretty even just to look at. They're so pretty
Yeah.
as instruments. I've always and I've been playing guitar and keyboards for a while, and I've always wanted a harp, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I need to find one I can afford someday.
Yeah, there are like even kits that you can order and put it together. Like, they're harps called harpsicles, and they're like little guys that come in different like bright colors,
Hmm.
meant to just kind of get people encouraged to start learning them, and
Yeah.
they're affordable. So if you look for harpsicle on the internet, then you can probably find
I
something
may have
there.
to.
Or like rent to own programs too. A lot of places have like a lot of harp stores or harp companies have rent to own programs where like you're kind of investing in owning it by paying the rent
Yeah.
each month. So yeah, they are like a giant sculpture. They're a really nice shape.
Yeah.
And I definitely understood the cost more when I went to visit the factory where my harp was made. And I saw that they're like all these old men and women who have been building harps for a really long time. And they're master craftspeople, you know, it's like a real craftsman style, like factory where a person just makes a certain part of the harp for their whole life, you know, like they're constructing the column of the harp um, or the sounding board of the harp, and they have gotten like, you know, they're the master of making that part of the instrument, and then they put it all together. But um, you know, I mean, I guess that's why it's so expensive, is because someone has spent their whole life like learning how to make this specific, unusual part.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's definitely a more complex instrument probably than some people realize.
mhm.
Yeah. So you mentioned a little bit about how you are hoping that as the harp becomes more common almost, that you hope people sort of start to innovate with it and kind of lead to their own voices.
Mhm.
And I do feel like that's something that you have developed over your career, because you do have a sort of distinctive experimental style with it. It seems like you use a lot of sort of delays and electronics with it. Is that
Yeah.
how you usually work?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Totally, and I wanna dig into it more too. I mean, I don't have so many pedals, but I feel like I've kind of mastered the ones that I do have, and it's been really fun to just hear what the instrument can do through the electronics.
When did you start sort of branching away from the classical stuff into the more experimental stuff?
When I moved to I've always like I've always listened to music that wasn't classical music, you know, just like a combo of
Hmm.
different kinds of music. And but I never like I guess when I was in conservatory, I was working at radio stations and record stores and stuff, but I never kind of put it together that my harp could make the sounds like, you know, I kind of didn't put it together that I could really experiment with the instrument the way that other people were doing with guitars or whatever. Um,
Oh yeah.
I think I just was a late bloomer in that aspect. But then when I moved to Philadelphia in 2005, I had some friends there who were in that band Espers.
Yeah, yeah.
They put together Greg from Espers put together a group of Philly musicians to come up with the alternate score for a Czech New Wave film, Valerie and Her Week of Wonders.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so we came up with an alternate score, and then we traveled around with the print of the film and played it for people, and then we recorded it for Drag City, and then I guess that was the first time that I had written parts for something that or played something that wasn't already written down um,
Hmm.
by someone else, and so that kind of got me into thinking that maybe I could actually write parts or like write melodies on my harp. Um, and so then I started to play with various people in Philly, like writing parts for records, like with Kurt Vile. He was one of the first ones, and for Saxa, she's like she does a lot of drony vocal loops and stuff.
Yeah.
Great, and yeah, just people in the Philly scene started playing, and then I was I but it was mainly like writing parts, not improvising. And so after I got to know Thurston more, and I played on his one of his records and went on tour with
Hmm.
him. And after that, after that tour ended, it was like basically 2 years touring with him. And then after that was over, I decided to make my first solo record. So just to see what it would be like to really improvise and experiment, just harp. And that's when I made the first one.
And is that sort of still how you make your solo stuff, based mostly off of improvisation?
Yeah, for sure.
So you're not like someone who sits down and like scores your own work.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
It's all improvised, like, maybe I'll do, like, one I'll come up with a melody maybe before I press record, and then I'll loop it and then build off of that, so, um, it's usually all based kind of on improvised just feelings, like, reacting to sounds that are, looped, or I don't know. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Mhm.
um, do you record? So is it live? Your records,
Um, yeah,
like the harp and the pedals and the loops and stuff. It's all done live.
a lot of it is, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I'll do that, but then I'll overdub, I'll play other instruments and put it on top, so,
Hmm.
yeah.
So you mentioned a few of the people that you've worked with. Some others include, I have a little list here. Jarvis Cocker, Meg Baird, Kurt Vile, you mentioned, Sharon Van Etten, Hop Along, Karen Elson, Marissa Nadler, and most recently to me, Julianna Barwick.
Mhm.
Um, how did the Barwick collaboration come about? Did she come to you for her new album?
She is one of my best friends, so I
Okay.
I hang out with her every day.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
it was like, oh, you want to play my record?
yeah. It was kind of assumed, like, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't a question, like, she was like, "I have a new song I have in mind for you." I was like, "Of course, yeah, let's do it."
Yeah.
I got to know her because I was a fan of her work, and I wrote her an email as a fan, and I was like, I think this was 2013 or something. I was like, "If you ever need a harp on any of your projects, let me know because I feel like our sounds would sound good together." And she wrote
Hmm.
me back and she said, "Oh yeah, I'll let you know. It's nice to meet you." And then she came to play in Philly. And I went to the show and I was like, "Hey, it's me. I wrote you this email." And then we went out for drinks after her show and we got to know each other and we really hit it off. So we've just been
Oh,
close
nice.
buddies like since then. And we both moved to LA at the same time. Um, and she we jam a lot. We've toured a bunch together and just played like improvised on stage together. And then she did a remix for one of my songs from the last record.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and so I told all the remixers that I would pay them in session work. Kind of we decided that we would just like it was a mutual decision where we decided that that would be like a good way to do it.
Mm.
Playing on each other's stuff, remixing. And so she was like, "Yeah, it's time. I have a song that I really want you to play on." So that was great. It was very natural.
Yeah, it sounds it. I mean, like you said, your sounds do sort of complement each other, actually, to the point where now that I think about it, I'm a little surprised it didn't happen earlier.
Yeah, and our personalities are very similar too. We are like sisters, so it
Mm.
makes sense that our sounds and our kind of like our influences and foundations are kind of the same too. So
Are you also on the new Jónsi record that's coming out?
yeah,
Oh, fun.
yeah, we're like a little crew here, like Young
Yeah.
and Alex, his former partner and really close
Hmm.
friend, and Juliana and I.
Yeah, it does seem like I've noticed over the past few years that Alex and Jónsi and now Juliana have been building this sort of like small little collective almost
Yeah.
of sort of ambient minded musicians.
Mhm.
And Alex has been doing a lot of film work, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
really fun. Have you ever done film work? I'm not sure if I saw that.
I haven't really, but I really want to,
Yeah.
especially now that I can't tour. I really want to dig into living here in LA and kind of what it has to offer as far as film goes. I made a couple of little snippets for different things. Like I made a little melody for the Mr. Rogers documentary,
Oh.
which was really fun. Won't You Be My Neighbor? And what else? Like I played on scores written by other people, but I've never scored anything.
Yeah. I mean, there does seem to sort of be, though, a sort of filmic quality to your music, especially on your solo album. So I think that would work out pretty well.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that is in my future. You can probably hear this little kitten
Yeah.
in this box. She's like in this cardboard box, just freaking out.
Just like a cat.
Yeah, so cute.
Another collaboration I wanted to bring up, at least for a minute, that I really enjoyed was the Meg Baird album you did, Ghost Forests.
Oh, cool.
Was she also just, I mean, you mentioned you were kind of involved in Espers, so was that sort of just a natural collaboration as well?
Yeah, and she and Julianna are my closest friends in the world.
Okay.
Today. And so Meg, she and I lived in Philly forever together and hung really hard there. And I played on a couple of her records, and it was only a matter of time before we would make a duo record. And I'm really proud of it. And it was really amazing to work with Meg.
Yeah, I feel like she's one of those songwriters that consistently just, I don't know why the spotlight doesn't shine more on her, because her work is so strong.
I would say
she's such a strong songwriter.
Yeah, she's a genius.
Her last album was so beautiful.
Yeah.
I was so happy that Drag City just opened up all the like, they got all their new vinyl in or whatever. I was like, oh, I can finally own this on vinyl.
Totally, I know, and the art.
Yep.
I love all the Espers and Meg records so much.
Yeah.
Cherish them so much.
Do you have any like dream collaborators that you have yet to work with?
I mean,
or do you not want to say?
I definitely, in my life, I would love to work with Brian Eno, of course, but I have had the privilege recently of getting to know Harold Budd, and he's really wonderful, and he actually wrote me a piece. So I feel like that was definitely one of my life goals. Like he's a hero. So and then I made my most recent record that's coming out in October with Neil Halstead from Slowdive. And
yeah, I was going to ask about that too.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my dream collaborations, where I just never thought it could possibly happen, but then it just came together very organically. So yeah, I mean, I guess I love The Cure, so working with Robert Smith or with The Cure would be a dream.
Yeah, how did the Neil collaboration come about?
I've always been a huge Slowdive fan, and my friend Dana Wax, who has a really beautiful project called Voorhees, that you should check out. She's a sound engineer, and she knew those Slowdive guys, and she was doing sound for Deer Hunter at this Pitchfork Midwinter Festival, maybe 2 years ago almost, or a year and a half ago. And I was playing, and Deer Hunter was playing, and Slowdive was playing, and Dana came over to me, and she's like, Mary, do you want to meet Neil? Oh my gosh. And so she introduced me to him, and we had a nice conversation. We went out for a beer, and it was great. And then I knew that it was time for me to start working on my solo record, and I definitely have only made my first record with Jeff Ziegler, who's in Philly, and he has a great recording studio, and we made it together, but it was me like just improvising and jamming and stuff. It wasn't me like coming up with songs really. So this is really the first time that I have had a producer, and like we've really like crafted songs. So I knew that I wanted to do something like that with my next record, rather than working by myself on GarageBand like I usually do.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to do something different, but I'm afraid to give up the control a little bit, So I definitely like to be isolated and just like make my own decisions and stuff. I was like, well, if I'm gonna try to grow and to give up a little bit of this control freak Virgo style controlling, like I want it to be with a producer who I really respect and whose music I really love. And so it's like, I think Neil fits the bill. And so I sent him a message on Instagram, and I was like, would you ever want to produce my record? And he said, sure, Mary, I don't really produce records, but that sounds interesting, but I'm about to have a baby. And so I was like, okay, let me know when the baby gets a little bit old. When the baby is born, the baby gets a little bit older, and you're ready for a visitor in Cornwall. And we talked about it, and we decided on time. And just went in January. I flew over there to this little town and met him, and that was like really our first time hanging out. And we both laugh about it because we're like, this could have been really bad. Like, what if one of us was really weird, or what if one of us was like really demanding or something like that? But our personalities just really clicked, and we're both pretty laid back people and just get really into sound and melody and stuff. So it was just a great match of personalities and of sounds. And so we're gonna keep working together. I feel like we're gonna make a lot of cool stuff in the future.
Does he play on the new record too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think, did I hear him on the single you put out?
Yeah, and he co-wrote that song too. Like he really crafted it and wrote the guitar part, so we wrote it together.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also work with Beats Per Minute, and they just gave me a copy of the album 3 hours ago.
Oh, really?
So I did listen to it once, and so I just was like, oh, if I have it, I need to be prepared.
Should I quiz you? No.
Yeah, at moment 35, 16, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
It does sound, and maybe I'm wrong, but it sounds like this album was more collaborative than Hundreds of Days was. Is that right?
With Hundreds of Days, I just made it by myself. So
okay, totally solitary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one was more collaborative. I had access to all of Neil's synths and stuff. He has a
fun
great studio, like little studio outside of town in an old airfield, and so he's like, just use anything you want, so that was really fun to mess around with all that.
That's like that's like a Willy Wonka thing.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and you mentioned you went there in January. You like just made it.
No, I know.
Crazy. It's so weird. It's so weird.
I know. I hate this quarantine.
I know, and it just keeps going.
Never ending.
I know, and I'm a teacher too, and so we are currently we're going back in like 4 weeks, and I'm just like petrified.
Are you scared? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally scared. I don't know a teacher who isn't scared.
Right. My sister and brother-in-law are teachers, and so is my brother. And my sister and brother-in-law, they have 3 kids, and they're all going to 3 different schools. They're going to 5 different schools. 5 schools. Oh
my God.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, even if you have a smaller school with like 400 or 500 people, that's still times 5. That's so many people.
I know.
I keep wondering, why are we pushing it so hard?
It's to open up the economy so that Trump will be
sure. My estimation is that we will all open optimistically and close a month later.
I think so too. The way they did with restaurants around here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a shame to put all that effort into it and then just close.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, what are you going to do?
Right. But I hope that they see, I hope that they see if things aren't working and they close, like swallow.
Yeah. I just hope the reaction is swift enough.
Yeah.
Because I was working last year too, and we started, doing it electronically, and I get the argument that obviously kids learn better in person, but it's just, I don't know, at what cost? I'm not sure.
Yeah. I know.
I'm very, very worried about being surrounded by, 6 groups of kids a day and all my coworkers. And
yeah. Are you a high school student or middle school or elementary?
Yeah, I'm in high school. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I prefer, but at the same time, high school students are way more likely to just be like, yeah, I feel okay.
I know.
No one in my house is sick. Don't worry.
Oh,
I know.
Horrible. Well,
I know.
Everyone wears masks and.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
But it's affecting everything, and I'm so concerned also about the state of music. It's going to change everything.
It really will. It's hard.
That's part of why I even started this podcast. I was like, I think everyone's kind of home.
Totally.
Maybe I'll start trying to talk to people.
Everyone knows how to use Zoom by now. Even
by now you better know how to use Zoom.
Yeah.
So thank you for talking to me.
My pleasure. Thanks for asking.
I did want to ask before we left, is there any sort of stuff you've been taking refuge in, like music or film or books or anything that you've been engaged with over these past few months?
Let's see. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of stuff. I guess just trying to absorb a lot of stuff, but I will say that I've just been on this doom scroll just on the phone and just with the news and stuff. Like
I know, it's
I
so
don't
hard not to.
yeah, so it's my concentration has gotten really, really uh wonky. Like
Mhm.
I haven't been watching a movie without like looking at my phone and seeing what was up with
I
things.
know.
So
And every day it's just some other terrible thing.
it's really strange, but yeah, I've been reading some and watching some movies. My neighbors and I are in quarantine together. We share like a duplex.
Oh, okay.
We share a porch, so I'm really lucky to have them. They're old friends from Philly who moved here.
Oh, that's nice.
And Paul the Paul, my neighbor, is a guitar player with Angel Olsen. So we've
Oh,
been
okay.
jamming together, and I'm really lucky to be in quarantine with a great guitar player, and his wife is really amazing too. And so last night we figured out how to put the projector up on the wall of the house. So we had a
Oh.
little outdoor film night where we watched Jaws. While yeah,
Sounds lovely.
yeah, it was really fun, terrifying. Like I'm sure the whole neighborhood heard the sound of Great White killing a bunch of people, but it was fun. I wanna do that more and, like, maybe neighbors can watch through their from the sidewalk or something. I don't know, I feel like
Yeah.
it could be, like, a communal way without getting close to each other at all.
I know, I keep seeing this as, like, all the drive-throughs are coming back.
Yeah, I know, it's
Although I haven't been to one, I should probably try to find one.
yeah, I've been to one a couple times, and that was really fun. You have to stay in your car and everything, but it does people are hungry for connection, I think, and
Oh, yeah, totally. I think that's why people are so many people are so willing to just, like, jump right back into something when it reopens.
yeah.
Like, I know I can only fault them so much, but I get it, but it's just like, I don't know.
I know, and to become numb to death or, like,
Mhm.
used to it, fatigued by bad news and just, like, normalizing death, I guess, is really dark. So I really wish
Yeah.
that we still had that same fear.
I
Maybe
know when I hear, like, the death count every day, I'm like, "Oh,
like
okay."
1,000 people a day, okay, alright.
Alright,
Mhm.
we're at 150,000, okay.
I know, and now it's
It's really strange.
yeah, it's messed up, it's messed up.
I mean, I think hopefully by this time next year, we're basically back to relative normalcy, but
Yeah, but maybe with a new administration and, like, new government, and
God, I hope so.
I definitely feel like, with the Black Lives Matter movement and stuff, that has been really exciting, and that's brought some hope to the situation.
I know, and I think it sort of benefited from the quarantine because so many people had the time to go out and voice their, opinions and have their voices heard,
I think so too, and the time to,
which is
like,
good.
actually assess and have an opinion,
Mhm.
like, to not just be absorbed with their normal lives and themselves, to actually, like, say, like, "Oh, wait, this is really bad,"
Yeah.
a new perspective kind of, and it's exciting, like, we'll come out of this better, I think, in a way.
I think so too. I think it's just sort of a matter of when,
Yeah.
because I think if this current administration gets renewed or whatever, for
No,
lack of better words, it's
no.
gonna be longer.
Don't even say it.
I know, it's hard not to be a pessimist these days, I don't know.
I know, it's really hard because I mean, it's like thing after thing after thing, like,
I know,
what is he talking about?
I
What
know.
in the world?
I just saw a thing this morning. This is so not inconsequential, but I just saw a thing this morning of him not knowing how to pronounce Yosemite.
Oh god, no.
He said Yosemite.
No, you did not.
Yes, he did. I can email you the video.
I am so, like, I'm, like, humiliated by that.
Isn't it I know, it's so appalling. I know, again, it's an inconsequential thing next to so many other consequential things, but it's just like one more, quiver it to have in
Right.
one more arrow in your quiver. It's just like thing, like you said, thing after thing after thing.
And it's so embarrassing to be from here right now.
I
Like,
know.
the rest of the world is like, "What are you doing?"
I know. I have a friend who has family in Ghana, and she went to visit. I think it was maybe right before he won,
Mhm.
but it was obviously like a very volatile time. And she was like, "I think when I go, I'm gonna tell them I'm from Canada."
Yeah, totally.
Because like it helps you out.
Yeah, I
I
know.
mean, I do trust and I hope that many people internationally know that we don't all like him and that he
Mhm.
lost the popular vote and all these good things. But yeah, it is very strange time to be from here.
Right.
I
It's
know. And if you were touring right now, I mean,
mhm.
internationally, it's probably a very strange thing.
Yeah, I know. I I mean, I guess all venues all over the world are closed down, so there's no touring
No,
at all for a long, long time, but,
I know. I hope some of them hang on. I'm so sad about it.
I know.
We have some really good one. I mean, Connecticut for so long was not any type of music hub. It was really rare that we got anyone great or big to come through. And
Mm,
recently, this guy Mark Nussbaum, who runs most of the concert stuff around here, he finally got a good venue outside of Yale,
mm,
and finally, like really good people started coming the past 4 or 5 years, and now it's all shut down. And I'm just like really hoping that we hang on.
yeah. I guess there's, something being submitted to Congress about it,
Oh yeah, I
the
saw
first
that.
stages. Yeah. There's
Yeah,
venues here that I'm worried about too, and
I know.
there has to be some kind of government intervention, but at the same time, it's like then you feel guilty. You're like, "Oh man, music and venues and stuff that doesn't matter as much as some of the other stuff that's going down, with
Yeah,
essential workers, like this we're definitely not essential workers as musicians, um
yeah.
but yeah, hopefully, I mean, it's people's life's work.
Oh yeah, I mean, closing a venue has an impact on so many people outside the venue, especially in places not like LA or New York. I mean, there are
Mhm.
some places where it's the only venue for 50 miles, and it's
Right,
like, oh God.
right. Don't wanna lose
So
it.
it's pretty bleak right now, but I'm trying really hard to, to stay a little hopeful.
Yeah, gotta find silver lining somewhere,
I
so
know. I don't want to end on a negative note,
right.
so
Hmm,
let's be hopeful and
yeah.
look, your new album's coming out in like
Yeah.
6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Oh,
Early
that's
October, early
in
October.
October, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Man,
really soon.
wow, time is
Is it
flying.
is it weird? Is it weird to have an album coming out knowing that you can't tour for it?
It's really weird because I'm
Yeah,
a road dog, like, I love to tour, and I
yeah,
definitely my label was like, "Do you what do you think we should?" I They thought that we should put it out, but I was hesitant. I was like, "Well, my income comes from touring, and so if I
yeah,
don't put out the record, then I don't get to go on tour and make money." Like, you guys
yeah,
might make your money back from the event from record sales or whatever, but the way that I make money is just from touring, basically, and so if I can't do that, but then they convinced me, and actually, it's, like, the only thing I have to look forward to, and so
yeah,
right
right.
now with the record coming out and, like, with interviews and cool things like press stuff around the record, I feel like it's given me a reason to wake up in the morning a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
I think that that's and, like, to feel like myself, like, "Okay, this is my job, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, it's just on pause right now a little bit,"
Mhm.
and so it's brought joy in my life in that way that I wouldn't have had if I would've delayed it,
Yeah,
also, like, once, once everything opens up again and people go on tour again, I feel like, it's the schedule of release and then tour is going to be a little messed up anyway. And so, like with
it's
Juliana
true.
and Jónsi, and like they can't tour either. Their records are coming out. Like,
Yeah.
so it's going to be different from the usual cycle, but at the same time, people are going to want to hear music and
Yeah,
interact
it's true.
and be together in that way. So I don't think it's really going to matter. And we'll do it. We'll do it when it's time. You know.
Y Yeah, I mean, it's just it's what you gotta do. I mean, like you said,
Right.
it's something to look forward to, and
Right.
you are a musician, and you have an album, and it's ready, so
And I also think that people have found a lot of comfort in music, especially in instrumental music and maybe
mm,
harp music too. I think it helps people in some way. So maybe maybe it helps people to relax if they're really stressed out or whatever. So I'm glad
Right.
I get to be a part of that too.
Yeah, totally. And we should mention your label is Ghostly,
Hmm.
who seem great.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Their Twitter account is really funny.
My
If
manager.
someone out there doesn't follow them on Twitter, you should probably go do that. They have some really nice Twitter engagement at night usually.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do it, but I'm glad they
Yeah.
do because it's funny.
Totally. Yeah, they're great. I
Well,
love them.
thank you so much for talking to me, Mary. It's
Yeah,
been a pleasure.
nice to
It's so nice to hear the voice of musicians whose voices we don't usually hear,
meet you. Yeah,
So it's been really nice and really cool to talk to you.
cool. Yeah, you too. Good luck with the school stuff and
Yeah, thank you.
yeah. Cool.
And yeah, your album's coming out October 2nd. It is called, or October 9th, sorry.
Yeah,
It is called
October 9th.
Silver Ladders. And it's really good, so I hope everyone listens to it.
Thanks. Cool.
Thanks. Have a good rest of your morning.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for calling. Okay, bye.
Thanks. Bye.